Boy, what a weekend. Trump continues to reveal more and more and more about himself, about how sick he really is. And his attack, which is exactly what it was on the military yesterday, was just unprecedented. I mean, what president of the United States, especially one who is so disgusting as the orange ape, what president launches an attack on the military? I say keep it up, Donald. Keep going. I mean, who is left for this half-wit to denigrate? Ah, that's right, the Christians. Well, you crazy bastards who have been supporting him, you are going to be next in the barrel for Donald Trump, trust me. But he launched this unprecedented public attack against the leadership of the U.S. military yesterday. And he accused them of waging wars to boost the profits of defense manufacturing companies. Now, what's wrong with that thought? Well, it's because the military doesn't make the final decision about war. The civilian leadership of the United States makes that decision. And has there been influence from defense contractors to engage in destruction of other people in other countries for war profiteering? Why, hell yes. But Trump would be one of those people who would do that, not a person who would complain about it. Of course, this is a schizophrenic son of a bitch, Donald Trump. But he said, as he stood, where was he standing yesterday? Was that in the doorway of the White House? Jesus, God. But he said, quote, according to CNN, quote, I'm not saying the military is in love with me. The soldiers are. The top people in the Pentagon probably aren't, because they want to do nothing but fight wars so that all those wonderful companies that make the bombs and make the planes and make everything else stay happy. End quote. Oh, my God. How many times do we have to hear from military commanders that the last thing they want is an actual hot shooting war? To have to order people into combat, knowing that the people they order into combat, a certain percentage will die, be wounded, be forever altered because of that experience. But Trump doesn't understand this. Trump is a sick bastard. He doesn't understand it. But these extraordinary comments come as several defense officials are telling CNN, and reported here by Barbara Starr, that relations between the ape and Pentagon leadership, those relations are becoming increasingly strained. Oh, don't listen to that stuff, Donald. Come on, you crazy bastard. Antagonize them some more, so there will be no doubt when the ape refuses to leave after he's defeated on November 3rd. The military then will uphold their swearing to the Constitution and remove this son of a bitch. So go ahead, Donald. Keep it coming, bro. Anyway, these comments from the ape also are followed, or are following efforts by the ape to convince the public that he had not made a series of rotten, disparaging remarks about U.S. military personnel and veterans. Those comments that were first reported by the Atlantic magazine, and since that report came out, an article written by Jeffrey Goldstein, everybody from the Washington Post to New York Times to LA Times to Fox Sewer have confirmed that that's exactly what he said. That's exactly what he did. And a former senior administration official, in addition to all those other news gathering organizations, confirmed to CNN that the ape did refer to U.S. service members who were killed in World War I. In Trump's typically crude and derogatory terms during that trip to France to mark the centennial of the end of World War I. Some, according to CNN, have expressed concern that the ape's accusations yesterday against the military's top brass could have a corrosive effect. You think? Do you really think that that's possible? But keep doing it, ape. Keep doing it. Of course they don't like you. So keep making your negative and derogatory comments about the U.S. military. Keep doing it, please. Retired U.S. Navy Rear Admiral John Kirby said, quote, "The president's comments about the motivations of military leaders not only demeans their service and that of those they lead, but also he, the ape, lends credence to the very disdain and thoughtlessness that he tries to deny." Of course. You know, Trump says he's a great friend of the military. Horse shit. I mean, if you really want to evaluate great friends of the military in terms of political leadership in this country over the past, 100 years, 200 years, 50 years, Trump would be at the bottom of the list. He looks at them as suckers. The grunts, the people who were up until a couple of decades ago, who were drafted into the service, who had nothing to say about going in. And the people who volunteer, Trump just spits on them. Why would anyone associated with the military, directly or indirectly, vote for this pig? It's astonishing. And according to CNN, the Pentagon brass, nobody there, responded to a request for comment about what the pig said on Monday. Now, we know that the ape has made shitty remarks about several high-profile veterans like John McCain and his former Secretary of Defense, retired General Jim Mad Dog Mattis. Wasn't that Mattis's nickname, Mad Dog? But Monday's attack yesterday, his Labor Day press conference, meltdown, tantrum, whatever you want to call it, was on a new level. I mean, he targeted people that he appointed to carry out his orders. If this doesn't add further irrefutable proof to how sick and disoriented this crazy bastard is, what more do we need? What more do we need? Seriously, what more do we need? Now, another thing that Trump repeatedly talks about as showing his deep love and admiration, respect for the military, has been his boosting the defense budget. To him, that's one of his administration's major accomplishments. Just like his phony horse shit with the Christians. The Christians are too stupid to figure this out, that he's just jacking them off. He's just jerking them around. How stupid are you people who profess to be messengers of the Rabbi Jesus of Nazareth? I mean, how stupid are you Christians? But the military is a different category altogether. They know bullshit when they see it, smell it, hear it, and that's all they get from Trump is bullshit.
Hi, Truth Seekers. Mike Malloy here. As you know, we've switched formats and are now broadcast exclusively on the Progressive Voices Network. So that means you get fewer program interruptions, no corporate commercials, and lots of profanity. But our format change also means some of our radio listeners no longer hear the program. It's been a while since I mentioned our podcasts, so you may have forgotten that there is a way to listen to this program anytime you need a good dose of screaming. Visit MikeMalloy.com and subscribe to our podcasts. You have your choice. You can listen to the ranting with the audio podcast or listen and watch me lose control with a video podcast subscription. As a podcast subscriber, you can download the program to your mobile device and take me with you wherever you go. And if you have a friend who needs a dose of truth-seeking, you can give a gift subscription as well. That's MikeMalloy.com, and never miss a minute of the uncensored fun and frivolity.